Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the TikTok Trend Radar. As you probably already know, my name is Jenna, and we are going to break down what was going viral this week and exactly how you can recreate it so you can also go viral this week. So let's get into it. So, the first part of this TikTok that you make is just you. Just you, maybe sitting somewhere, just your face. It's a face hook. And the on screen text should be, I'm having a bad day. I think I need to talk to someone, or something along those lines. And then, when the beat drops in the chorus part of the song, you show who you end up talking to, or whatever it is that makes you feel better. The song is Love Me Not. This song has been going viral on TikTok for quite some time now, and there have been a few trends that have gone with it. So here is one that is still currently trending. The first one that I saw of this week was a boy looking sad saying, I'm having a bad day, I need to talk to someone. And then when the beat drops in the chorus, he is talking to a bunch of stuffed animals and he's looking at them one by one and addressing them. And I think it's a fast motion video, so he's just talking really fast to them. That is super relatable. It got 5 million views and a lot of comments because, again, it's relatable. Another one that ended up being one of my favorites because I have a cat was, again, a girl with a face hook just looking sad saying, I'm having a bad day. I think I need to talk to someone. And then it was her laying down on a bed next to her cat. And her cat was just kind of stretching and looking at her a little bit, but also disassociating because he's a cat and that's what cats do. And she's just talking to him and it's really cute. Again, there's no audio about what you're talking about. The key to it being funny is just that you are talking to something or someone. But there was also a version of this trend I saw where it had the same face hook and the same on-screen text in the hook. And then she was just eating. And it was a compilation of like 4 or 5 different meals that she was eating. And it just goes to show that she wanted to talk to someone, but then she ate food and that always makes her feel better. So really anything that resonates with you. What is your therapy? Who do you talk to or what do you do to make your day a little bit better when you're having a bad day? I've also seen a lot of marketing done with this sound and this trend. A lot of people showing their product or their app that made their day better. So if you are a marketer, keep that in mind. The second trend that I'm going to talk about today is called He's a 10, but ... Now, I've seen 2 different versions of this trend that I'm going to break down for you. The first one is maybe you have a partner, or I guess you could do this by yourself. Well, no, you need a partner. Get a partner, get a stack of cards, just regular playing cards, and you pick one up at random, so you don't know what it is. You don't know what number is on the card that you're holding up, but your partner can see it and the camera can see it. And your partner is describing a person that you might be interested in dating that would be that number for you. So it starts with, he's a 10, but he smells really bad and he's really rude to everyone. Okay, well, that would be a 1. That would be a negative. Or it's, he's a 10, but he also opens the car door for you on dates. Like, that would be a king, probably. And then there's anything in between. The ones in between are actually the most funny because you kind of have to guess with these good things and bad things that you're being given where you would rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. So the 4s, 5s, 7s, those actually end up being the most funny ones. Now, the video that I saw that went viral was over 2 minutes. It was super long, and yet it had millions of views because it was resonating with so many people, and it was so funny that these 2 girls were able to guess the number just based on the way they were describing this hypothetical guy. I feel like that would be a really cute sleepover game to play if you have a bestie or a sister maybe. But I've also seen this done another way where it's just with one person. And she only says one thing. She says, he's a 10, but he ... What is he? And you're kind of asking your audience, what would you rank him on a scale of 1 to 10 if someone you were on a date with did this thing? The one that I saw that went the most viral was this girl in her car, and the on-screen text said, he's a 10, but ... And that was it. And she just said, he's a 10, but he orders chocolate milk when you go to dinner. What is he? And all of the comments were, of course, praising this man for ordering chocolate milk at a restaurant. Some people not even realizing that that was an option to order chocolate milk at a restaurant as an adult, which it very much is, by the way. But that's that kind of niche humor where it's like, is this a turn off? Is this a turn on? Green flag, red flag? Not really sure. Let's ask the crowd for their opinion. And that's how you're going to get a lot of comments. That video is also way shorter to recreate. It took her 10 seconds to ask that question to the crowd, and she generated 224.3 thousand likes and almost 8,000 comments. Hey, sometimes it pays to just ask a question. The third and last trend that I'm going to break down for you today is called Type A or Type B. As you can probably guess from the way I just titled it, you are contrasting a Type A person versus a Type B person, but you're contrasting them by putting them together. And here's what I mean by that. The one that I thought personally was funniest, and it seems like all of TikTok did too because it has 14.5 million views and 7.6 thousand comments, was the opener said, leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And it said, Type A sister. And it's 5, maybe a little bit more seconds of a video of a suitcase, perfectly packed, perfectly organized, just kind of sitting by the door waiting. And after those 5 to 7 seconds, it cuts to Type B sister, and it's a girl sitting in the middle of her room with just clothes and things all over her room, and the suitcase is open, but there's nothing in there. I think maybe there's like a singular hat in there, and that's it. And the girl's kind of looking at her like, why are you filming me? You can very much tell they have a close relationship, and they are very different people. I've also seen this trend, instead of packing, it's in the hotel room, and it's like a Type A sharing a hotel room with a Type B, and it shows one side of the room with clothes just littered all over the floor, and the other side of the room is very organized, shoes put away, maybe clothes stacked, folded in the drawers, even on a hotel vacation. And it's really relatable and funny because it shows people that these two people are close. They're sharing a hotel room together, or they're sisters or friends or whatever they are, but they're also very different. And also, I'm sure any Type A person has had issues with Type B people, and Type B people tend to have issues with Type A people, and that makes it a relatable problem while also kind of being heartfelt because you know these people have a good relationship. This trend, by the way, does not have a set audio. All of the videos that I have been seeing, Type A versus Type B, have been different audios. I saw one that was someone listing off a bunch of crimes, which made it really funny because you could tell the Type A person who was filming thought that the Type B person just leaving all her stuff everywhere was a crime. But then there was another audio that was just like a Mozart or some sort of piano music over it, just going to show that juxtaposition between the two. If you're a traveler and that is your niche, this is a good one for traveling because of packing or in the hotel room, or even just like taking a look inside two people's bags while they're still in the airport. This is also a good one for relationships if one of you is Type A and one of you is Type B. Anyway, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed. These trends may take you a little bit longer this week to recreate, but they are really racking up those views. So if you're trying to go viral this week, I highly recommend looking into these. And that's it for this week. I am Jenna. This is the TikTok Trend Radar. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you back here. Bye.